I was hungry.
I see that.
I was going to have pie, but then there's mold on it. So I was sad.
On the pie?
Yeah.
Icky. Should have ate it. Fuck it, you get that experience of different flavors.
I thought about it, but I was like, well, now that I've seen the mold, it's just made me sad. I don't want the pie anymore.
Caleb is depressed.
Yeah, my pie got moldy.
Just eating that.
Today's a terrible day now.
He's so depressed.
All I have is bread.
Hey, if the peasants were, they weren't happy. I can't use that. I can't use that quote.
They weren't happy.
If they got their piece of bread. Hey, you know who didn't complain? Jesus. Get your daily bread.
You're right. He did not complain. He did not complain at all. Exactly. I'm not Jesus, though.
We all should be striving like our Heavenly Father. Or homie. I don't know what he is.
The heavenly homie Jesus.
He kind of is, man. Like he's cool.
You know what? He kind of is.
So should I do the intro, or were we just like waiting?
You can either do the intro or wait until I swallow this bread. Dry. This bread is so dry.
You're the one who scarfed it all down.
Have you ever noticed that about dinner rolls? They're just dry.
Yeah. Unless they're like straight, unless they're the Hawaiian ones. Them motherfuckers aren't dry. Those things are
good.
Those are they actually made by Hawaiian people, or is that just like the marketing?
Of just marketing.
Whoever made those, you deserve something. I don't know what it would be.
Like how come we can't make bread rolls not dry? They're always dry.
Don't let a white person do it.
Even I don't think I think other countries also would make dry bread.
I don't know. I haven't tried
Mexican bread's usually the most dry.
Well, okay, with that one in specific, you have to have that with a beverage. It's kind of like part of it.
I don't want to hear any excuses.
Oh, an excuse. That's what you're. It's like,
I don't want any. Like I hereby ban dry bread. I'm tired of it. I'm tired
of pie with like.
Don't say pie.
Or like.
Don't.
Or like cake. Cake with like without whipped cream. Or not whipped cream.
Even frosting. Cake's moist.
Yeah. But you gotta like have it with something. There's certain things about food that fundamentally that it needs. And bread needs moisture. Don't make dinner rolls. Dinner rolls are weird. Well, I guess you could argue that you need a dinner roll with like moist foods. Maybe that's the whole point.
But even then, I soak it in soup and it's still dry. Like it somehow stays dry.
Is it the fundamental texture or like?
Yeah.
Is it
the texture's just dry? It's like I put sand in my mouth.
It's coarse, rough, and it gets everywhere.
And what's funny is a biscuit is somehow not dry.
You know, I can't actually tell you the last time I had a biscuit. If I've ever had a biscuit. What the fuck is a biscuit?
You've been to KFC. You've had a biscuit.
But okay, hold on. But British people sometimes say those aren't biscuits. Those are scones.
They're stupid. We've established this. That's like the motto of this podcast. British people are stupid. They don't even know what seasoning. They don't even know what good food is. Their only good food is in the bars. They're somehow making only good food when they're drunk. It makes no sense.
The optimal lifestyle.
It's not. It's actually
alcohol. Not. Good food.
Every other country is able to make good food sober and drunk, except them.
You need to check your shit, Britain, right now.
They need to be checked a long time ago.
Well, other than our bread talk, what are we talking about today?
I haven't even done the intro yet.
Apparently, this is no intro episode.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Totally Oblivious Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb, the bread here with co-host Alex.
The scone.
No.
I like scones.
You can be the panini.
Ooh. Oh, bro, I'd fuck up a panini right now. I have not ate anything at all today. I've had a burrito and 2 donuts.
I ate bread.
That's it?
And an egg.
And a singular egg. Interesting. I'm gonna get Mexican when I get home. Well, I am already Mexican.
That's actually true. All I've eaten today was bread and an egg.
Why?
I didn't have time for anything else.
Jesus H. Christ.
I hate the 9 to 5 sucks.
Well, he hasn't got to eat yet because I decided to be like, let's record a podcast today.
Yes. That's typical for what we usually do.
Yes. What was the topic today? Have you had any thoughts? Or no thought, Caleb, today?
I've been wanting to... I started thinking...
You have?
Yeah, I did. I finally started thinking. Because I organized my desk at work last week. And it made me come to the conclusion that, man, I just want to completely change the setup that I have in my room that I use to record playing games. It's just inconvenient. It just doesn't work. The desk is too small that I have for my computer.
So what are you going to do?
And there's so much. I just want to get rid of those. I have glass shelves in my room. If I just get rid of those, it would free up it double the amount of desk space I could have. And if I was able to somehow find a way to get I have a giant dresser in my room that I don't need. If I was able to figure out where I could put that so it would be out of the way, out of sight, out of mind, I would have the most optimal space.
I was about to say,
put a desk.
Going through the sleep arc that we've been going, or you've been going through the sleep arc you've been going through, just get rid of the bed.
Exactly. I
just get a smaller. You have a big ass bed.
I suggested that to my mom, and she said, "No, I can't get rid of my bed because I could sleep on a dog bed. I probably could."
Hey, a floor goes crazy.
Because even Isaac, my cousin, he bought one of those Japanese rollout beds to take camping. And I was like, man, that would just be nice in my actual room. Just
discipline you would have after it.
Just roll up my bed every day.
You know how much room you would have in your room?
So much room.
I know. I think beds are an inconvenience. But let's talk about that. I just don't like the size of beds.
As a single man, and I guess for you as a man who sleeps by himself in his room, having a big
ass bed is fucking useless.
It is. It's just a burden at some point.
No, because if you think about it, I've slept on smaller beds and I'm still comfortable.
Yeah.
It's it just depends on how you sleep.
I sleep on the couch.
It's fine.
Not even a big, I could fall asleep curled up on this. But it's just simple.
Maybe. I can just do that. I forget I can do that. So that's.
I can do that too. It's not as. It's more rigid than your emotion. I have to pull the lever. Pull the lever, crunk.
But no, even then when you have 2 partners. 2 partners?
2 partners?
When you have a partner.
Whoa. Polygamy.
No, not polygamy.
Alex supports polygamy. Everybody,
I do not.
Take that here now. Alex supports polygamy. 100%.
No, I do not.
Nat, take that. Write that down, Nat. That Alex supports polygamy.
Motherfucker.
He wants another partner. That's what he's trying to tell you.
What I meant by 2 partners is you yourself included. So it's even then, I've slept on a smaller bed with Nat, and it's just we could just probably do double the size of this bed. I don't even know what the size of her bed is. It's not very big. It's it would probably be I guess does she have a twin bed?
No. Does she have a full size, a queen? Because my bed's a queen size.
No, I think ours is just a full size. It's big enough for one adult person.
Okay, so I guess that's the thing too. I'm a small person, so a full size bed is that's a full size bed.
Yeah.
I feel like a king size bed, that's too big.
It's too big. Like,
that's too much bed. You don't need that much bed.
The only reason why you get those big ass beds is to fit a big ass room. If you don't got a big ass room, just go with like a fucking the biggest you could go, depending on room size. It's like queen. Don't go any bigger.
But even
unless you're a freak and need an Alaskan king size bed.
Oh my god, that's a room in itself.
You have to custom order those.
That's so crazy that a bed like that even exists.
There's just giants. They're just humans who just need those. Every NBA player ever.
You know what? You make a valid point. An NBA player would.
So like a full size bed. I don't know what's below a full size. A twin?
It's it goes like twin bed. Is like that singular mattress that like you give to children. And then there's the full size, which is like, I think that's what yours might be. A full size.
No. Is it?
Because I feel like because Colby's, I think his old bed was a full size bed. Mm-hmm. And my bed is a queen. And then the one up above that is a king. I think that's what Cliff has. That's a big bed.
I think
too much bed.
I'd be fine with a single size, not a single size, a fucking full size bed.
Yeah,
I think that's perfect.
Full size would be perfect for you.
Yeah, it's done. After that, like 2 people, done.
For me, dog bed. Give me a dog bed.
The floor could work for me. I've slept on the floor. It's fucking mad comfy.
You know, sometimes if you have the right cushioning, it works.
Me.
But yeah, I mean, I can't just get rid of my bed, but I can figure out a way to make it less inconvenient for me to record, because I basically have my setup right now so jerry-rigged that like if one thing gets touched, it could ruin any singular recording that I do.
Jesus Christ.
Because and I constantly have to move my camera around depending on what kind of game I'm recording, which I don't like having to do that. I'd like to have my camera just planted in one spot so I know exactly how to
what Caleb
have it
wants
angled.
is just a streamer setup for streaming, because this what I have without the fucking camera.
An actual
desk
setup, like a computer setup, like a normal person.
Yes. It requires some space, but once it's done, it's done. Don't need any more of it.
And I feel like it would make my room look less.
It looks cramped.
It is cramped right now. No. I think it's that dresser. That dresser makes it look very cramped because it's just a big block.
Yeah, I have a plan to fucking clean my closet, and I'm gonna properly utilize a space and not just throw all the random There's so much fucking cardboard boxes in my fucking closet. Like I'm gonna sometime. It's either gonna happen this week or next week, but I'm gonna sometime on the weekend. I'm going to fucking clean my closet, and then I'm gonna see how much space I have, because I need a little bit more room in my room. Yeah. For my tings.
My tings. And unfortunately, I think I might have to get rid of my arcade cabinet.
It was a very interesting choice that you even got that in the first place.
Well, because I thought at some point the garage was going to get cleared, and then the garage was supposed to become the new podcast space. And because we already have...
As you can see, that didn't happen.
We already have an arcade cabinet in there for Cliff's Ninja Turtles one. So I was going to be like, hey, we could just set up a bunch of arcade cabinets and have the garage be like...
a gaming zone.
Like a gaming hangout zone.
Every dad's dream ever. Oh, I can't wait to make the garage like a gaming zone. Never fucking happens.
Because it could be, like, it honestly has the space. It could be a hangout zone. Because I even have my ping pong table in there, and I'm never able to use it because there's so much gosh dang stuff.
I think you should probably just clean it yourself. I think our goal, we need a...
I tried. Me and my family spent a whole summer basically cleaning everything out, and it was perfect. But then they just got more stuff. I was like, why would you get more stuff? We just had it perfect where it worked. We had a setup that worked. Because I'm going to call out Colby here.
Now he's gone, by the way.
We had it perfect. I was like, I can finally roll out the ping pong table and be able to play ping pong games during any other month other than summer. And then Colby buys a Bowflex that takes up half the room that the ping pong table needs.
And now it's just there.
And now it's just there because now I have a gym membership.
It just sits there doing nothing.
I guess my dad uses it, but it's like, man, I kind of would like to play ping pong.
Yeah. Spaces. Humans are very.
We like things too much, I think.
I think we do. I think less things would be nice.
It would be.
I think I don't own a lot. I think personally speaking, like it all can be collected into one room. I don't really have a lot of like spillover, I would say.
I think the two biggest things I own that take up the most space would be the ping pong table and my bed. Everything else is either small or not mine. I guess this is like this and my desk are like my only pieces of actual furniture that I own.
Crazy.
Everything else is leased to me, I guess. I don't own
any furniture at 21.
I mean, I guess I don't own a home, so that's
none of us will. At the
none of us
rate.
will ever own a home. We'll be lucky if we live to the next decade.
You will own nothing and be happy.
Exactly. Remember, revolution. I
would fucking. It's time to party like it's 2023. I don't know how the rebel theme goes. Rebel Path.
Rebel Path.
Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is now the symbolism of anarchy in my mind.
That's crazy.
And leather pants.
That's crazy because he's literally just like the most chill human being on the planet.
You're gonna fucking swallow this pill and die. I forgot what he says in the beginning of the game. But he tells that to V as he wants to take over his body. Then he's like, never mind on that.
Never mind.
All right, Johnny. Very conflicting character.
But yeah, I going back to Colby, I have another story of
more Colby.
This is the Colby critique episode.
Colby critiques.
Colby critique. Caleb critiques Colby.
Yes.
But so on Sunday we had like a barbecue. I guess it wasn't barbecue because we didn't really pull out the grill. We had dinner together on Sunday, and he brought him. It was him and his girlfriend and their son.
Or her son?
That was who in my mind was supposed to come over, and when everybody was upstairs preparing food, I somehow got stuck on babysitting duty once again. So I was down here with Angie watching TV when they finally showed up. And so Kai's the first one to come downstairs, and he just sits next to me and he's like, I like this. We're watching some animation on the TV. He's like, this is pretty cool. I like this. I like watching this guy's videos. And then I was like, okay, yeah, Kai's here. And then I thought I saw 4 people walk into the door, and I was like, nah, that's just my schizophrenia.
The schizo update.
that's just my lack of sleep. I'm seeing things. As a tangent real quick. Lately, because my hair's been so long and it droops over this side of my eye, sometimes I feel like I'll see like a person standing like right outside my peripheral, and I'll look and there's no one there, and I'm like, is that my hair?
Or is that a demon?
Or am I going crazy?
Maybe all the above.
It's a hair demon as I'm going crazy. But yeah, so I thought that was the case, but it turns out it wasn't, because then all of a sudden this chick just comes down the stairs, and she seems young, so I assume that it's Kai's girlfriend. That
Rizzler
that they finally brought over to meet the family, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. And so, and keep in mind now, Colby's girlfriend comes down the stairs, does not introduce me to her at all. Neither her nor her son introduced me to this girl. So I'm like, all right, I guess.
I guess we're just all on the couch.
I'll never.
I didn't know this was a public lobby.
I was like, I'll never learn your name, I guess.
This is crazy.
And so we start setting up Rock Band, because Jill's son wanted to play, and then dinner's done, so we head upstairs to go eat dinner, and Kai's sitting on like the opposite side of the table of where Colby, Jill, and the girl are sitting. And do
you still not know her name?
No, I know her name now.
It's just going to be referred to as girl.
This is part. Alex, do you not understand storytelling? I'm telling the story. So there's an empty seat right next to her, and Kai's not sitting in that seat. Which I was like, that's weird. Isn't that his girlfriend? Why is he not sitting next to her? And I was like, I had my plate, and I was like, Kai, you're not going to sit next to. Who are you? And then that's when they finally told me that this girl Amy that they brought over is not Kai's girlfriend, but in fact Jillian's friend who they just brought over. I was like, wow, that would have been nice to know. That's some information that would have been valuable to my brain upon this
How
person.
old is this May?
She is May?
Amy. I got the A. We're at May right now.
No, she's like, I think they said she's like 19. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. I wish I was introduced.
But no, you just entered my house like a public lobby of Call of Duty on my couch.
They just brought this random girl over into the house and just did not introduce me at all.
This is crazy.
They told my dad completely separate from me. Like, they went upstairs while I was babysitting and sitting with them, and they're like, oh yeah, that girl, that's our friend Amy. And I was like,
did she say anything?
Amy did not say a word.
It's just two awkward people.
Apparently, she's very shy.
Not shy enough to fucking sit on the couch, apparently.
I was like, that's why I assumed. I was like, hey, it must be Kai's girlfriend. I mean, I would think. I thought I saw a picture of her before, but I don't know. I was confused. I get confused. I don't know. And you know what's funny is Colby did the exact same thing with his girlfriend the first time he brought her over. Was he just did not introduce me at all.
You know what? Funny enough, I wasn't introduced either, and I had like an awkward ass stare down with her. I'm like, dude, what's up, dog?
There's just a random chick in the house. I was like, who are you?
Who in the blue hell are you?
Take this critique as me saying you have to learn to introduce people. Like, I was just confused.
Gonna be honest, I still don't know Colby's girlfriend's name, dog.
I just said it like 5 times.
Is it Jill?
It's Jill.
Okay, I didn't know that till this fucking podcast, by the way.
Colby does not introduce anybody.
She didn't even introduce herself. I'm just here, just like, I drove in the car with her, and I didn't know her name, dog. I'm like, this is an adventure.
Went and bought ducks and was still not introduced.
That's like, that's like some crazy, like, imagine in a story, yeah, this is our main protagonist, and like, this is an important character, but like, we're never gonna tell them their name, which happens a lot apparently in stories.
It's so funny. I guess this just shows how they're alike, is neither of them thought...
And Amy!
None of the people in the room thought it would be at all a good idea to tell me the relation to this person.
Did Kai at least introduce himself? Tell me there's like a glimmer of hope in this.
Who?
Kai?
Did Kai introduce himself?
Like to you or something?
Or
did he just spawn in your room one day?
I think Colby did introduce. It was either Colby or Jill that introduced me to him when we were playing tennis one time. They're like, "This is Kai, Jill's son." I was like, "Oh, hi, Kai." So that's the one time they did introduce.
Okay.
They actually told me somebody's name and relation to why they're present in the vicinity at the time. It's just
wait, I have a question then. So did you question to the question. Mm-hmm. Did you ask any questions at the dinner table?
No, I didn't. I didn't have to. My questions were answered once I was like, "Who are you?" Not a single person told me who you were up to this point, and now I'm more confused because Kai's confused. Why I'm confused that you're not sitting next to this person that I assumed was your girlfriend.
So what's her relation to Jill? They're just homies.
Jillian's like her mentor, I guess.
What in the future Gohan?
Like Jill's, yeah, like Jill's Gohan. And
Does this chick carry a sword?
No.
We need to get her a sword.
We need to find her the future. But yeah, that was it makes it even more funny too that not only was she brought over to the house for dinner, and they didn't tell me that they're bringing anybody over. So I was literally I just took Aura for a walk in the rain, so I was covered in mud and wearing sweatpants, and I was just vibing on the couch. I was like, yeah, I'll get ready before we go to the movies tonight. And
they all spawn in, bitch.
They spawn in, and there's just a complete stranger
on my couch
in the house as I'm just looking as disheveled as possible. And I'm like,
fuck it, we ball.
Well, you know, at least this is Kai's girlfriend, so I don't have to try. But then it wasn't. I'm like, oh, this is another adult in the house. That I just look like a homeless person.
This is fucking... How many times has that happened to me? It's probably happened a few times where I just don't know them until like days later. Who was that guy again? Dale?
See,
I didn't fucking ask.
It's different when you're like in a public setting, when it's just a random person.
But when it's on your couch.
But when it's like... to what I thought was a family dinner up to that point. And then I guess Jill says she's like family to her. So I guess it makes sense. But that still would have been nice to know. I still would have liked to know who this person was.
This is...
To avoid a situation where I was like assuming that she was Kai's girlfriend. And then I sat next to her at dinner, and I just barely learning her name.
Oh, so it wasn't across the table. It was just like, who in the blue hell are you?
Well, I didn't sit down until the point where I realized who she actually was.
So it was more like, who in the blue hell are you?
Because I was just standing there, and I was like, Kai, aren't you going to sit next to...
Who the hell are you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my house?
Somebody explain something to me because I don't know. Nobody introduced. I didn't know if I should have introduced or if it would have been obvious.
The podcast name is
totally Oblivious. You can't assume that I would be the one.
Wait. She came down here, sat in that spot.
Yes.
And then looked at this sign, probably, and said to herself, self-consciously, they might be dumbasses. I should probably introduce myself. That didn't cross her mind?
There might be someone stupid in the vicinity.
I should probably introduce myself.
No, I guess not. That didn't cross a single person's mind.
No.
And I was just like in shock, just caught off guard completely.
This is the tomfoolery afoot here is
the absolute
crazy.
Tomfoolery.
Did she say what she does? I need to know more about this Amy chick. She just spawned in this house.
I didn't learn more until I had to inquire further later because I don't know if she'll end up watching the podcast.
Hi, if you are.
Hi, Amy.
We need to get you a sword.
But
Trunks.
I know Jill watches this with Colby, but my parents, after we figured out who the heck this person was.
Wait. Did your mom also not know her name?
Well, to be fair, my mom was in the room sick.
Okay.
So she wasn't even a part of this situation at all. So it was all my dad was basically
Angie
in
know
charge.
Before you?
Did Angie know?
I'm just curious.
I don't think And Angie knew about as much as I did.
Interesting. That's fucking terrible.
It's insane that I was given the same treatment as
a literal 1-year-old.
They're like, no introductions necessary.
Fuck it, we ball.
But then, yeah, after we go to the movies and stuff, which also is crazy that nobody bothered to introduce me to this person that we were not only having dinner with, but also going to the movies with.
Damn.
But after that, I come back, and my dad's like, so how'd your date go? I was like,
God damn.
What do you mean?
I don't even know her.
I learned her name out of not knowing anything. And then they truly thought that they were trying to set me up on a date.
With who?
With Amy.
With your dad?
Yeah. Both of them. Both my parents, because my dad told the situation. And then I came back and my mom was like, do you think that's what they're trying to do? And I was like, I don't know what they're trying to do.
Hold on. Speculation
time.
Do you think Colby and Jill were? Your homie's right next to you now. Now it's time to talk cheese, man. This is Caleb.
I asked them and Jill said no, but Colby said that Jill probably was. So now I'm confused.
Girls are devious.
My brain is like getting flushed down the toilet.
Jesus.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I think.
But yeah, once they told I did, once it was like at the point that like we're having dinner, my dad was like trying to set me up as like some sort of gentleman. And he's like, well, why don't you get her a slice of pie or something? Why don't you do this?
Wait, how long ago was
it was fresh then.
Okay.
But the house got hot since then, so that's why the mold started growing.
Okay.
But yeah, so I had a fresh pie I bought at the farmer's market, and he's like, you should get her a slice of pie. Oh, make sure she has a drink or something.
I think your dad was really actually trying to. It was homie dropping right now, bro.
I was like, Dad, I'm trying to eat dinner.
I want food. I don't want to be a Rizzler.
They said they're not hungry. I don't care. Here, let me eat.
Parents, man.
He had. I don't know what he was trying.
He was totally.
This is why this is the podcast name.
We're all just oblivious.
I'm completely oblivious to anything going on around me because it's just madness. There's just madness constantly going on, and I'm constantly running on like 4 hours of sleep.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that was my weekend. That's the whole weekend debacle.
I went to go see my girlfriend and buy clothes. That's basically about it. There really was no cheese.
For once, me staying home was crazier than Alex going to Seattle.
Was there anything crazy? No, somebody tried to hustle me a little bit, but like that was just uneventful.
Hustle you?
Yeah, it's just like, hey man, you should buy. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Get away from me. Get away. I don't want any.
I know. Other than that, nothing.
Yeah.
I can't really remember anything too crazy.
I watched Godzilla and Kong.
I was just about to say, what movie did you watch?
I watched that. So I watched 2 movies over the weekend.
Hold on, wait. Because now I'm trying to cycle. I'm gonna be honest. My girlfriend's gonna watch this, or I'm gonna tell my girlfriend, and she's gonna be like, "Hold on, let me psychoanalyze Jill and her actions real quick. Where did you sit in relation into the movie row that you all were accompanied to?"
Well, so when we watched Fall Guy together, and I bought Cassius a ticket. So I sat next to Cassius, and our seat was at the very end of the row, and the 4 of them sat Kai, Amy, Jill, and Colby, and I was in between Colby and Cassius, which I think makes the most sense. I got to sit next to my brother and that strange child who's brain rotted.
Okay, I think we're fine then.
Yeah,
I don't think there's no
ulterior motives,
unless this is a stage 1.
The stage 1, I don't know. I'll find out if she ends up going to tennis with us next time we go.
Tennis activities?
Tennis? Because then she also saw me play Rock Band, so she knows I'm crazy. So if their goals, if they all met up together, because there was apparently a secret council meeting that I did not join because I was babysitting Angie, which is weird because Mariah was in that council meeting, so I don't know why she wasn't with her own child. But that's besides the point, is I wasn't in the council meeting where it was probably discussed who this person was that they were bringing to this dinner. So one could assume that if there's a multi-step plan going along to set us up, they're already failing because they didn't take into account that I'm an idiot. Totally oblivious. That's the name of the podcast.
I love
the name of the show, everybody.
I love that joke. I really do.
It's just the invincible bit. I guess you could say
because I'm invincible. I did that with one of my titles.
Which one?
Or I said, "Hello, my name is," and then it went to my Meta's intro. Yeah. So I kind of want to start doing that a little bit more, but that's just YouTube stuff. But this is a very interesting turn of events here.
But yeah, I guess zoom in, Caleb, and post. Anybody who ever tries to gas me up without knowing, just know I'm gonna ruin it. I need to be in. If you have motives to try to make me seem like a good person, I will immediately do the opposite unless you tell me exactly what you're trying to do.
Because Caleb is.
I was just screaming while we were playing Rock Band because I always play Mike. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's all that needs to be said.
This is crazy.
I just be myself and it drives everybody else crazy.
Actually insane.
But yeah, I watched Godzilla and Kong.
How was it?
On Saturday. It was good. It's the stark opposite of what Godzilla -1 was, where that's like I'm questioning my humanity as a whole, and this movie actually made me cry leaving the theater. And then Godzilla and Kong was like, these big monsters are punching each other, and it's hilarious.
It's like the reverse. Somehow Japan and us just flipped when it came to Godzilla.
Yeah,
it's like for such a long time they were so goofy and stuff, and now they're like taking it really seriously now. And now us who try to make it serious 2 times over, 3 times technically failed, but now we've just slowly, gradually. It's so weird how we're just following the same path as the Japanese. We're like super serious movies, and then it's just like we're getting goofier. We're getting goofier.
Because it's when they start saying the phrases like Mecha Godzilla and Hollow Earth, and then there being a Hollow Earth inside of Hollow Earth.
There's 2 Hollow Earths?
Hollower Earth.
What the fuck?
Where's
Millie Bobby Brown in all of this?
She's gone. She's not in
She
this one.
fucking died?
She was irrelevant.
Damn.
They had the native girl from the last movie, and they're like, you know what, we're just going to have her take that place. We can't afford Millie Bobby Brown anymore.
Apparently. Stranger Things season 5 was just too important.
Never coming out.
Yeah, that thing's a fucking ghost rumor.
But yeah, that was a fun movie to watch. I think that's what really mattered. Fall Guy, though, that was good. That was a good movie. Also fun.
So that's 2 movies back to back?
2, not back to back, because on Saturday I watched it with Can's kids for one of their birthdays, and then Sunday was the big plan. I was like, guys, we gotta watch Fall Guy, and so we all went and watched Fall Guy because
I think a requirement now is like when we go watch movies and Colby's there, I have to sit next to Colby. Because it's just every once in a while, I'll just be like, "This is Colby. The microphone's Colby." That was funny. I don't know why, but Colby just starts fucking laughing. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
That was funny.
Or like if I have a comment, I'll just be like, I think that was stupid. And he'll just fucking start giggling. And I think it's the fucking funniest thing. I think it's because I'm whispering into his ear and he
probably is like super engrossed in the movie. And then you just whisper in his ear.
Hey, that was pretty funny. Oh, I like that.
Oh, man.
It makes me giggle every time because Colby just does. Colby has a unique way of laughing. He'll smile and then cock back. He'll go like that. It brightens my soul.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my weekend. Watched movies. Mom was sick all weekend. Mm-hmm. Still is sick. And had a whole debacle of trying to figure out who this person was without asking.
We're trying to figure out future Trunks here, dude.
I mean, I guess it's equally on me as it. Well, I guess it's not equally on me because
somebody came into my house and did not introduce them.
I was caught like a feral animal in my domain.
SpongeBob caveman meme here.
Ooga booga.
Unga bunga.
Ooga booga. Who is this person? And being the person I am, I tried to sleuth out who they were without asking a single word until it got to the point where
you needed to.
Where I actually had to ask their name because it was going too far. Mm-hmm. That I was literally having to sit next to this person and I had no idea who their name was or why they were here.
There's a random fucking thought I just thought about. You hear they just discovered the longest snake in the world.
Did they?
Yeah, it's just an anaconda, but they've made up the excuse. It's technically a subspecies.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's just like this is just it's a green anaconda. It's just a slightly bigger fucking anaconda.
I think that's what scientists like doing. They just like saying things without actually having any reason to.
Yeah, they're just weird. They're just fucking nerds.
A lot of them, I think, are just nerds, just trying to make a name for themselves. But then there's the ones that are actually doing their job.
Exactly. We love those guys.
We love those guys. Those guys are...
they get paid.
We can't live without them, literally.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's about all that I had. Just home improvement, I guess.
I think on my end, I'm just kind of existing. There's no like lore or like crazy. Well, we can't talk about a few things, but I don't think you're the person to talk to them about.
Oh, so it's important.
Well, it's like the whole Drake versus Kendrick thing.
Oh, Catches has been obsessed with that.
It makes sense. He's in he's in middle school, and that's like the craziest thing during that time of your life.
He keeps sending me this stuff, and I'm like,
you just don't get it. I know. I would be talking about this right now, like the cultural revolution that Kendrick fucking did to this guy is insane.
I can understand that Drake's just getting absolutely destroyed right now, but outside of that, I don't really look too much.
I know where we can segue something that you probably can talk about.
Okay.
So in one of these songs, Kendrick basically called out Drake for being a pedophile. Right? Mm-hmm. No evidence, no receipts.
No receipts.
But then Drake says that's wrong, but no receipts on that end too. Mm-hmm. So there's this. It's just.
Well, wasn't that his return diss track?
No, it wasn't a diss track, Caleb. Let me reiterate. That shit was just a clapback YouTube video. It was ass.
But like from what I heard about it is it's basically he's like it was like a diss track, but not really. Where he's basically just saying nuh-uh.
No, yeah, it's basically nuh-uh. But like in one of the lines, he basically says, I can't be a predator or molest children because I'm too rich, man.
I'm too rich.
It would have got me. And I'm all like, I like how the collective internet. There's two moments in this beef that solidified it. When Kendrick said, I forgot what the fucking line was, but he basically said he represents the culture feeling him, and he was correct because everybody's on Kendrick's side. Everybody fucking hates Drake now. It's like a crazy cultural movement. Crazy. But the second problem was when everybody collectively went, huh, to that Drake line where he says, I'm too rich to be touching these kids, and then there's just the mountain of evidence.
I did see
and it's just like, what?
I did see a funny meme where there's a scene from It's Always Sunny, and it's Danny DeVito. He's like, why don't we make a song about not touching kids? Touching kids is bad. You don't want to do it. And then Mac looks at him and he's like, there's no better way of making people think you're touching kids than making a song about you not wanting to touch kids.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but
somebody should raid that mansion. I can guarantee you. There's something in that. Also, this line, I never touched Millie Bobby Brown. Wait, what? No one said Millie Bobby Brown.
Nobody said her name.
Yeah, we might have been thinking it, but no one said it.
See, I'm in the case where I really don't care, but I do think it's funny.
It's absolutely hilarious.
Like, I don't care what the details are. I just think it's very funny when somebody big-headed starts getting beat in the streets.
It's awesome.
It's hilarious every single time.
And then like Drake or his ghostwriters just doesn't know what a B minor is, but that doesn't exist. It's not a key.
It's like with any dream drama that comes up. I don't look into it at all because I really don't care.
However, I will laugh.
I think it's hilarious when he gets pummeled on the internet.
It's fucking awesome.
It's just the greatest thing to see somebody like that just get destroyed by everyone.
It's
deservingly so.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I can't think of anything else.
I really can't either. This is a slow news week.
A little bit, not much going on.
Wait a minute.
I didn't have a topic going in today because I didn't have time to think. Honestly, when Alex texted me today that he wanted to record, I completely forgot about even scheduling a recording this week.
That's crazy.
So as soon as he said, you want to record today, I was like, oh, sure, we better before I forget.
Did Hamas surrender? I guess we can get
no.
What's that's going on about?
So,
I didn't know about that one.
I guess we can run through this stuff real quick. By the time this episode comes out, it'll probably be completely different news. So this is old stuff. Yeah. Anybody watching now, this is old stuff.
Yeah.
That basically they're pushed into like the final sector of Gaza, where like now at this point they have nowhere else to retreat to.
They're basically one raw level 3 away from being deleted, basically.
Pretty much,
Jesus Christ.
Like they're entirely stuffed into one area where they're just walled in at this point, and they're still shooting at them. Where it's like, why are you doing that? Why? I mean, I can assume why you're doing that, but
can we though?
I'm gonna have to ask
why.
I'm gonna have to ask why.
You know, I do like the conspiracy theory that all of this bloodshed is just for a fucking canal.
Probably.
Because if it really is, you killed all these people for a fucking canal. For a canal?
Insane. But you know,
that it's probably not going to be usable, by the way.
We better watch what we say, or else we could be labeled as anti-Semitic, which is also insane.
I just don't like people being killed.
Is it crazy to say, you know, maybe we shouldn't kill people?
I was just like, for a fucking canal? I don't know if that conspiracy theory is exactly true, but like, I blame the British and the French.
Yeah, it's always like I've said on multiple occasions, any problem that has occurred in the world, it's Britain's fault.
Yeah, real.
It actually is.
Fucking insane. And then like, here's this natural disaster news. The fucking Midwest is just being torn by black ominous tornadoes.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, or like maybe this might be like out of date by a few days, but like there's just a whole bunch of tornado alleys just being Tornado Alley.
That's crazy, but also crazy, and not as crazy news, but crazy for the people within that sector. That Helldivers almost died. It was on like critical life support because Sony got greedy.
More gaming news. On top of that, the people that made
the
Rush
Xbox
just fucking deleted
deleted all those studios for no reason. a studio that made probably their best game from last year.
Yeah. Just gone.
They said no more. And then they announced, I think this might not be true, but I heard either a rumor or it's confirmed that Halo's coming to PlayStation now. So I don't know what's going on at Microsoft at this point.
And you know what?
I don't know what they're doing.
I agree with what Max said, Maximilian dude, on Twitter. This era of gaming needs to be studied because the amount of reverse fuckery that is occurring is absolutely insane. For like years, it'd always be like the AAA game developers were always good, and all the indie games are just made by some losers. And now it's just like,
ooh, we got Helldivers and Lethal Company being some of the best games to come out.
And it's just like, it's really Jover.
The only good multiplayer games coming out recently.
It's just like, what is going on? What happened here? Like if there was like the history of gaming timeline, I think, I don't know, the past like 3-4 years, probably the end of like COVID, end of COVID into now, it's like, there's been a radical different idea in gaming. Like it's completely like,
it's all about money.
Yeah, it's full monetization now. There's no way from away from running it from no way from running away from it now. It's just like this is just a corporate machine at this point. There's no love for the game.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, it's ass.
Straight up. I was literally like actually sad when the Helldivers stuff was going on initially. I was like, wow, did Sony really just shoot this game like a dog?
I don't get it. I don't know why these companies just stop touching stop. I can't say the exact words. It's from COVID. It's a black guy yelling at another black guy who says the N-word, but it's just like, stop touching with your goddamn hands. So just replace that with companies and video games. Just stop touching them. Just stop.
Don't touch them.
Just don't touch them.
And the crazy reversal that happened out of it is Sony actually backed down.
They're like, all right, never mind.
They backed down, and now they're making a cape to commemorate.
Is there any new mobs yet?
Not yet.
I need not variations of things in the game. I want new things.
Because if we really think about it, though, this game is only like 3 months old.
Is it actually?
There's no reason why they should add a huge update only 3 months into the game. Like year two is where I'm thinking they'll make a major update with more enemy factions. Because right now, the game is still gonna be good on just tiny updates. It's 3 months old. They should, then even crazier. Sony tried killing their best game after only 3 months.
It is late stage capitalism, neo feudalism. Yes. I hate it.
Yes, burn.
It's like, what the fuck are you? What are you doing? Stop that. Stop touching shit with your hands.
Don't touch anything. All you have to do, Sony just had to sit there and do nothing. They just had to sit there and do nothing, and they would have raked in so much money. They probably will still, but they would have never had any of this happen.
And you know what doesn't make any sense? Like, you have to make a PlayStation account. None of these people, you don't get anything out of it. They're on PC. What changes here?
Absolutely nothing, and
you don't get any money. It's still going to Steam.
We've been fine playing without it this whole time, so I really don't know what the
Xbox players are still waiting.
Xbox players are still waiting, but Sony doesn't care.
Fucking dumbasses. Straight.
Also,
morons.
Nintendo announced that their next console is going to be revealed within the next year.
I didn't even fucking know this.
Yeah, they announced that. Like, I was literally just talking about this to Cliff yesterday. Where I was like, what's Nintendo up to? They've been so quiet, and they literally only have, from May to June, they have Paper Mario and Luigi's Mansion Remaster coming out.
And Metroid Dread?
There's no other announcements past June.
Really?
Nothing. And then just like this morning, they announced that they're gonna not only that they're gonna reveal the next console within the next year, but but then there's going to be a direct in June. I was like, wow, like clockwork. As soon as you wonder what Nintendo's doing, they immediately announce what they're doing.
So what do you think they're gonna? Is it Switch 2 or like what do you think?
I don't think it's gonna be Switch 2.
I hope it's
honestly.
not Switch 2.
I think it's gonna
just make an actual home console.
Well, I think they're gonna stick to having where it has portable capabilities, but I think they're gonna primarily go for like improving on like graphics and stuff and like
if
power.
The Steam Deck can run Red Dead 2. You need to get your fixed shit
because
now.
If you think about how when the Switch was brought into the scene, that's basically that was like their last stop to save the company pretty much because the Wii U sold so bad. And since like people complain a lot about the Switch currently, but it's like it's still a good console. It plays the Nintendo games incredibly well.
Yeah.
Games designed to be played on the Switch play good, except for Pokemon. But
that's on Pokemon company's
that's
fault.
on them. That's not on the Switch itself. The games are just bad. But
I didn't get fucking Scarlet and Violet. I got Arceus. I liked Arceus. I didn't finish it. I needed to catch 10 more Pokemon, but I was just so like drained. But I hope the new Legend game is good.
I think I'm going to take a break from Pokemon. We'll play the old games, but I don't really feel like buying any new games.
True.
We'll see what happens. I don't see the point.
Unless it's like some crazy ass like
they just make the greatest game ever.
It's just like, yeah, we just like there's I don't even know what they could fucking add. I think overall just like an overall like graphical, maybe like artistic improvement. And like I don't know. I don't want to be a Gen 1er, but like being able to somehow capture that original or something. Like the original feel of just being like fucking fight the 8 gym leaders. There's not an actual story here. Just fight them.
Just do stuff. But yeah, I think the next Nintendo console that I think they're now gonna put like their money where their mouth is because since the Switch sold so insanely well,
even I own one.
It's a bit of a sad thing to think about too. It's like the end of
an era,
the truly the end of like my true childhood era because like that was like
the last
years, and now it's like saying goodbye to the Switch. It's like
damn,
now it's just adulthood. And I'm like, what games to look forward to now? I'll never have another experience like I did when Animal Crossing came out. That'll never happen with a game ever again. I remember so many hours.
The time we were on Zoom and Caleb was just gaming.
Literally in our stupid English class, the one Zoom meeting
time we had one.
Our teacher was so ready for that meeting too, hyping it up, and he's like, we're just gonna check in on each other and we'll discuss class and we'll try to make this a weekly thing.
Never happened.
We get together. I think
it was
half the class showed up, and I think you just talked the entire time.
God, I did, and I never want to do it again.
You literally talked the entire Zoom meeting. I don't think our teacher was able to speak to us once. You talked the whole time.
Real.
And I was just playing, like I was so obviously just playing Animal Crossing the entire time.
Was it worth it?
It was so worth it. I played that was during my what? I gotta do math.
Big brain.
My 18-hour Animal Crossing shifts.
The fact that you call them shifts is insane, by the way. Oh, I have to get back to building houses. Oh, really, Caleb? Okay. You build houses? Yeah, for these make-believe animals in this game.
But, Alex, I literally would wake up at 8 a.m. every single day and play until 2 a.m. every single day. There's a reason why I had 100 hours in the first week.
God, man, I can't.
And that will never happen again. Even when another Animal Crossing comes out.
It is going to happen again.
Why?
Elden Ring's DLC comes out next month, and I haven't beat my second playthrough, and I'm currently addicted to Pixelmon.
Pixelmon.
Oh God, I'm gonna go through another Elden Ring fucking. Oh no!
I genuinely don't think even when the next Animal Crossing comes out, there's no way I'll be able to spend that much time with that game. Jesus. Even with Helldivers, that's Helldivers and Final Fantasy. I was spending a lot of time with those, but it was not nearly as much as I spent with Animal Crossing.
Interesting.
I literally played so much. And I don't think I physically can do that again.
This is an end of
unless the TISM kicks in on Animal Crossing 6 and I quit my job and just play Animal Crossing for 18 hours straight again.
You can become a streamer at this point.
I could. Honestly, if I started doing like streaming when Animal Crossing first came out, I'd have a significantly larger following than I do now.
Probably.
If I was streaming the entire time I played Animal Crossing.
An 18-hour stream would be insane, dude.
Yeah.
Waking up at 8, then getting the stream set up and like started by like fucking 9, and then just like, dude, that'd be crazy.
I would be a powerhouse at this point. Mm-hmm. It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Maybe I guess this is maybe we need to build on this more. We're hyping up the Pokemon. Pixelmon's good. I'm playing it. I'm probably going to maybe edit a little bit more when I get home, but then I'm going to play it. It's ridiculously hard. The gyms are built competitively, and I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm going to come into this. These guys are only level 15. No, they're equal in level with your Mons.
Oh.
So it's just like, oh, you have a level 100? We're going in this with level 100s. You better fucking know how to play competitive Pokemon. I'm like, never mind. I gotta treat this shit real. This is real shit. Yeah. So I gotta fucking figure that out when I get home. But like, what's the current criteria of the Pokemon Red and Blue playthrough right now?
I'll think harder about it.
You need to hype it up.
If or when I get this new setup in my room done.
At this rate, with this fucking sleep schedule, I don't think it's going to get done, chat.
But you think it would be the opposite. If I'm already not sleeping, that gives me optimal time to do random other stuff.
Then you're slow and you go, what?
You don't know. You don't know what no sleep Caleb is like.
I don't.
You should.
No.
You've never had to deal with Caleb past 2 a.m.?
No.
That's a completely different. I thought I told you about my condition that if I stay awake past 3:30, I'll stay up the rest of the night.
Yeah, but you've never like told me what the fuck you do, you vampire.
No, yeah. So once it get like 1 a.m. is like prime sleepy time. I go sleepy then. If it's past that, I start to go a little crazy. It starts to go a little bonkers because I get hungry, and I get hungry for sugary things, and the sugary things make me jittery, and then I start going crazy.
That's fucking weird.
That's just how I work.
Apparently. Well, I'm kind of hyped for it. I'm kind of like thinking about it off and on.
Yeah, it should be fun. I just I haven't really thought out I don't really know how much criteria is behind it. I just know it'll be kind of like me and Alex just competing to see who's better at Pokemon.
I think this could be like your breakout hit.
Breakout hit.
Well, you could. It's an interesting topic. There's I've been going through a lot of in the background with a lot of my YouTuber friends. We're all collectively now figuring out. Wait a minute. There's 8 of us here. Why don't we all put our heads together and like figure this fucking shit out properly without going full Mr. Beast and still being like, cool, without making it all about analytics. We're just trying to maximize.
Yeah, and that's something I hate. I hate catering to analytics.
No, we're not trying to do that.
I think that's the death of creativity.
No, what we're trying to do is we're all like, no, we all want to make a living on this. So we're just trying to optimize it to the point where it's like, okay, after changing the thumbnail and title once or twice, we're done. You leave it at that. If it fails, we learn for next time. That's where we're at. We're not Mr. Beast had like 70 different fucking thumbnails.
That's-
I'm like, okay, at that point it's game. Nope, I don't care anymore.
There's no reason. Like at that point, that's not for the love of the craft. That's for the love of the money.
Yeah, I'm like, that's too much at that point. Like with me personally, there's a certain point of amount of money you can gain in like a YouTube month that I'll be fine with. Like my goal, my dream is like maybe to one day like make like 10 grand in like a month thanks to YouTube, because it's possible. I've seen it happen. I've heard it happen too, and I've even like seen even bigger numbers. So I'm like, if I could just do that once, I'd be like, I'm fucking set. Because after that, like how YouTube works, it won't immediately cut off and die. It'll gradually go down. But if you could stay consistent in those numbers, it's like, it's fucking game.
It's game over.
I'm fucking good. I don't need to do anything else. Like, if I reach that point and I can just make content, I basically, what I want, I guess, to make an anime analogy is I want to be constantly in Super Saiyan grade 4. Just like that, forever. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I've raised my floor. All of us want to raise our floor. All my YouTube friends want to raise it, our bottom line basically. But we all want to be in that level, and we're all trying to just put our heads together in that sense. We're not, man. We got to make the thumbnail like we have to use a blue shirt instead of a red shirt, motherfucker. Now it's
that's insane. That's
not color theory. Stupid. That's just like figuring out the psychology of a human at that point.
I say it's stupid, but it works. But it's like
that's just icky.
It
rips the U out of YouTube.
Yeah.
There was a thing I wanted to send to my Discord with my homies about trying to avoid that, because I still want not a personal connection, but it's still me making things and then somebody watching, and then like I get the money out of it, they get entertainment. I need that. That's what I want to build, but I don't want to build it in such a way it's just like, okay, it not loses me.
Its heart.
Exactly. I want to keep the heart. I guess that's my overall goal. And I think with a playthrough like this or like something fun like this, you can finally see YouTube in a grander sense.
Like, whoa!
So what the fuck? This is what happens. I'm like, yes, Caleb.
Oh, I know what happens. I know.
Or like, well, but like it's the taste, because I remember when some of those first videos popped off, I'm like, I pogged in real life. I'm like, what? We were talking about that last night too. We made a list. It was a very productive day yesterday. Shockingly, I'm like, damn. So,
oh dang.
And then even today too, with all this fucking, I have a fucking 30-minute video to edit.
This is the most productive I've been all day.
This is insane.
Well, the systems at work stopped working, so I literally could not do my job all day.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I don't even know why I was still at work today, because I couldn't do anything. I could take calls and write them down. And I'm like, I don't know when I'll be able to actually help you, because I can't do my job.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What the fuck? That was my day. I did nothing all day.
You got paid for it, right?
I got paid to do nothing all day.
Real. Good. You got paid for something. I take a shit on company time. However the song goes.
Exactly.
Good.
But yeah, I think that's about it for today.
Yes.
Unless you have any other.
I don't really think so. This is just watch next week or after this podcast.
World War III breaks out.
Or some bullshit.
Then you probably wouldn't see this episode.
We got drafted.
I'm not going. I ain't down for an oil company.
I'm not. If anything,
you can't make me.
I guess in just random notes, like I kind of want to buy a revolver and like a trench coat, not a trench coat, like a duster, like a leather duster, like the one like the New Vegas cover. Like I want one of those, just because I just find it cool.
It's just neat.
Yeah. And also my dad, as of late, has been like, I think you should buy a gun, Alex. I'm like, I don't know where this is showing up. I'm trying to eat my fucking taco, and you're talking about shooting motherfuckers. This is, I might do it, but I'm not gonna buy the gun you want me to buy.
I don't want the one I want.
Yeah, I want a Smith & Wesson, basically the one Clint Eastwood uses in oh my god, I can't remember the movie.
One of them.
It's the one where he says, "Are you feeling lucky, punk? How many shots did I shoot? 6 or 5? You feeling lucky? I forgot what it is.
I don't know.
But it's a good movie. Maybe Caleb Post can show the scene or whatever. But like, I don't know. I get one of that instead of like a Glock or something. I'm like, that's boring. If you're going to buy a fucking gun, it better be a fucking good one.
You're going to buy a gun. Buy one that you like.
Yeah. But that's about it.
Yeah. There's nothing else. So I guess just be sure to...
Oh, and a musket, because that's what the founding fathers intended.
Yeah. Just remember, everybody, to do something good today. That's
Caleb is dying of hunger and sleep right now.
I'm insane. I've been losing my mind all day. You don't understand what it's like to sit in a quiet office space all day with nothing to do but stare at your email and hope that they say it's fixed, and it never got fixed.
At that point, just bring your switching case.
I should have. It would have felt more productive if I did that.
Second Animal Crossing playthrough.
I could have. I could have 100%ed Animal Crossing today, probably.
That's great.
I could have done that.
Did you?
Did I 100% Animal Crossing?
I'm asking.
No, I haven't. The
Soldier, you have a job to do.
The requests that you have to do to 100% the game are so long and tedious that when I did the calculations back in, I think it was like 2021, I was like, how long will it realistically take me to do this if I do this at a normal pace? If I continue to play daily from 2021 to finish every task that they need you to do, I would not have beat that. I would still not have the game 100%.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
What does it require?
There's a quest that you need to build. You need to break and build a certain amount of tools. Mm-hmm. And even throughout a certain amount of days, no matter how much you play, you'll maybe only break like 2 tools a day because you get to a point where you drain all the resources on your island, can't build anything more, can't break anything more. So all you can do is hunt bugs and go fishing. So you'll break those 2 tools every single day. If you do that, it would take me until 2025 to finally beat that quest.
Did you look? Okay. Knowing you, did you actually look up like the how the game intended it, or did you look up a cheese route? I'm assuming you didn't look up a cheese route.
The cheese route is you have to stand with all the materials in your pockets and press the A button to craft for like, I think somebody had to do it for like 8 hours straight of just building tools to finally beat that quest.
No way.
That's how ridiculous it was. And that's not the only building quest. Because there's another one with furniture. You have to build furniture and customize the furniture.
Just waste time.
I mean, that is basically what the game is just you're wasting time.
It's a net negative on humanity.
But it's like, that's like ridiculous that I could not feasibly do that within a normal game's lifespan.
Do you think there's a grandpa out there, the same grandpa that says, look at this shit, man. It's my island. I remember that fucking video.
Yeah, there still is.
I hope that grandpa still plays Animal Crossing, has 100% completed it by now.
I hope he did too. I hope he's happy. And Danny Trejo has an island, so that's hilarious.
You know what I want from gaming? Also, I got back into Guilty Gear. Connor finally plays the game now. No, I got Connor, Andy, Johnny, his friend, or not his friend, his brother, some random fucking guy. I don't know who he is. Apparently, he's this super good player. Doesn't talk to anybody. He's in the Discord server. Don't know him.
He just joined.
And then one of Andy's coworkers. There's just 5 of us playing Guilty Gear now, and I've never been happier.
Nice.
I wish I just had more time to play in the mornings when they're all up.
Fair.
So if you ever wanted to play Guilty Gear, well, you probably couldn't play with us when the time they all work jobs that are at night.
They all work jobs
at night. So it's funny. So it's just
Yeah.
like they all can play in the mornings. It's fun. I didn't play today. I got to get them on today or later or something.
Yeah.
But it's been fun playing Guilty Gear. I see a lot of my friends just playing Guilty Gear now, and I'm just all like, can't let these guys get better than me. I gotta hop on the game. I might play after this. I don't know. Should I play Pixelmon or Guilty Gear?
Whatever your heart desires.
I kind of want to fucking do some combos.
Maybe edit, but then for sure go to the gym. That's my plan for the rest of the day. But we've gone on too long. We're talking about our day plans. Yeah. Just be sure, come back next week, like, comment, subscribe, share the podcast, make us grow big and strong like an oak tree. And
Professor Oak?
Professor Oak.
You know he has a brown cousin. The whole.
Alex, we played those games together.
I know, but it's just he just has a brown Hawaiian cousin. Just there. I don't even know if he's Hawaiian. He just might be tan. Why are you here?
He tan.
This is insane. Anyway,
that's Pokemon. Peace out.
Who's this? There's human variants of Pokemon.